The king is already deposed. Nvidia is now the largest data center Ethernet switch vendor on the planet, a title Cisco spent 3 decades defending. While the industry fixated on the proprietary InfiniBand moat, Jensen Huang quietly captured 21% of the Ethernet market in less than 2 years. Cisco's latest $9 billion AI order forecast is a desperate attempt to reclaim relevance, but the numbers show they are playing catch-up in a category they once owned. The shift from specialized fabrics to open standards isn't a victory for the incumbents. It's a total colonization of the networking stack by the GPU providers. And the financial trade-offs required to fight this war are even more aggressive. The Silicon One Gambit. Cisco's survival now rests on Silicon One, specifically the G300 chip, designed to handle the massive packet bursts of trillion-parameter model training. By pushing the Ultra Ethernet Consortium standards, Cisco is betting that hyperscalers like Meta and Amazon will eventually revolt against the Nvidia tax. But looking at Meta's $135 billion infrastructure spend for 26, we see them opting for Nvidia's Spectrum X Ethernet instead of Cisco's open alternatives. The technical performance delta between InfiniBand and high-end Ethernet has vanished, removing the last barrier for Nvidia to cannibalize the rest of the market. But those design wins come with a structural margin problem that the press releases conveniently ignore. Record revenue hides real pain. Cisco's record $15.8 billion quarter looks like an AI win until you look at the operating expense line. They are cutting 4,000 jobs while chasing these AI infrastructure orders because the hardware-heavy mix is a massive drag on gross margins. Legacy enterprise switching is cooling off, and the 90% margins of the software-defined era are being replaced by the commodity-priced plumbing of the AI backend. This is the classic innovator's dilemma. Cisco must win these AI orders to survive, but winning them actively dilutes the high-margin business that funds their dividends. This struggle for footprint over profitability is the final signal of an industry-wide reset, the signal under the noise. The real move isn't the battle between Ethernet and InfiniBand, but the permanent commoditization of the networking fabric by integrated silicon providers. We have entered an era where networking is no longer a standalone profit center but a subsidized component of the compute rack, a trend clearly visible in Nvidia's dominant Ethernet market share. Cisco's $9 billion forecast and Nvidia's sudden switch market takeover both point to a single outcome. The specialized networking vendor is an endangered species. For operators, this means a temporary reprieve from vendor lock-in as standards like Silicon One and Spectrum X converge. But for strategists, it reveals that the value has moved entirely from the transport layer into the model weights and the silicon. Watch the Ultra Ethernet Consortium 2.0 implementation rates this winter. If Nvidia's partners adopt it faster than Cisco's core customers, the legacy networking era is officially over. Subscribe for more.